Record. There we go. Okay. So I get so excited to give away games that I forget to actually record. So here we go. This is, what was this called? Mission M. Isn't that pretty and soothing? I'm just going to scrub a little ahead. Scrubbing ahead. Tercer Acto, the third act. Let's see what we can find about the SKC organization. There are 6 subscribers to this. There are 37 views to that. No playlists, no channels. Any discussion? Nope. And they joined April 29th. Hmm. 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 Isn't that interesting? Hmm. It's almost like a rabbit hole. Hmm. We've got 2 password protected things, a way to gather an email address. And if we, here, I'll go back, share screen, share. If we go back to this, when I applied, I gave my name, my email, and tell us about yourself. I said, I love bees. I have been to Milwaukee, and people often ask me why so serious, which is kind of a a very quick hello, waving to them while they wave to me, right? So is this the other groups? I have no information that this is the other groups. I'm pretty sure this is neither. This is not associated with this class whatsoever.
Wait a minute, aren't we supposed to practice go pound sand?
I'm just telling you, I got it from someone else, a former student who has been in this class, who basically still plays ARGs and knows that I like ARGs, right? So there you go. But think about that. Look at that as a rabbit hole. It's a WordPress website. I don't know, is WordPress is creative free site, right? Share screen, WordPress, share. 36% of the web is built on WordPress. You can build a site on WordPress really quickly, really easily. Boom, boom, boom. So do so if you have it. I'm not saying this is the only way to do a rabbit hole, but if you look at that that home page, it's really share screen again. If you look at this, you guys could do this in a day or two. I mean, probably an hour, right? If you look at that video, it's all stock footage with some title cards. Again, I know I could make that video in an evening, right? I could probably make this website by myself in an afternoon. So that's all you need to get started. And even the password protected things, you've got the agent area. I would bet that they're still building the agent area, and I would bet they're still building Archive D while they collect people. I'm sorry, my phone is ringing. Hold on a second.
Hello, no one is available.
Okay, it was no one. Yeah, why not make a YouTube channel? Why not make a video? You get achievement points. Speaking of which, yeah, it was put up a day ago, that video. So maybe it is the other class and they haven't told me yet, or like I check in on both classes and I'm mostly looking at Google Docs and stuff. So
I did find a code embedded. So I'm not going to say anything in case it is the other class, but it's very clearly an ARG. It says part of the code is ARG.
Are you? Oh man, I'm sorry.
It's SKC Corporation calling you to be their next agent.
Okay. So the other thing I need from you before your rabbit hole goes live. So I'm just letting you know now so that I'll be coming around Monday or Tuesday, preferably Monday, is you got to send me a URL of your disclaimer page, right? The if you're gonna, so in the past, the disclaimer, people have gotten creative with the disclaimer and they've made a video. They have just put up text on a web page. They have even, well, so it's got to include, this is a game, and if you have any, you can explain it however you want. Be nice, right? Because the people who are going to land there are probably already going to be upset, right? If we need the disclaimer, we've already screwed up, essentially. So be nice, and there should be some contact info. In the past, an email address or a phone number, and both those things should be monitored, right? Because if someone is upset that something's coming to get them, and they send an email saying demons are on my doorstep, I'm I need to know, is this real? Somebody's got to get back to them quickly and say, no, it's not real. Okay. And just as soon as we start dealing with cults, that's a possibility that people will be like, well, do I trust this? What is going on here? So there was once one group wanted to have if you want to start a club at WPI, you have a meeting, right? And you see who shows up, and if you get enough people and you get an advisor, you have a club. That's how you start a club. And they literally wanted to start the Demon Summoning Club as part of their ARG. So they went to where you reserve rooms, right? The 24, 23 Alive or whatever it is. And they put in, new club. We'd like one of the meeting rooms in the campus center. What is this for? Demon Summoning Club, right? And they called them in. The events person called them in, the head of events, and they were like, "Can you come with us, Dean? Because we're a little scared. We're just students." So I went, and he was very. He didn't want to give him the room, basically, because he's like, that you're going to summon demons. And I was like, one, demons don't exist. And he was like, yeah, not everyone believes that. And I was like, okay. Two, it's not even a real demon summoning club. They are not actually going to summon demons. That's not the purpose. And he's like, so you're deceiving people. We can't be a part of deceit. And I'm like, it's fiction. So is it deceitful to say we're going to act out a scene? And he was like, and in the end, I basically had to say, I will be responsible for this. If any demons are summoned, you can come at me. I will get fired. That's okay. Fire me if demons are summoned. Yeah, put quotes. So people do take this stuff like ghosts, demons, mythological creatures, even at a science university. I honestly, if you look at the syllabus, I have a disclaimer in the syllabus, right? If we go back to the first day, due to the nature of the material covered in this course, students may be exposed to profanity, blasphemy, heretical or occult material, including Greek mythology, Norse mythology, Lovecraftian mythology, and or myths and legends from any or all world cultures. The nature of the class is to expose you to new ways of thinking and telling stories. Maybe this is an ARG, yes. The whole class. Maybe all of college is an ARG. It's one big game. And if you get enough points, they give you a degree. Right? Lots of people pay to play games. Why do you pay so much to get into Disney World? Right? Um, we gotta eat. Yeah, you should have picked a cheaper ARG. Okay, so we need the disclaimer. Hopefully by Monday, run the text by me. You can just email me the text, but I do want to make sure that there is a contact info there, and that that we know who is responsible for monitoring that, right? So in the past, it's been one of the tech people, or one of the gameplay designers who didn't have as much to do while the thing was running. So yeah, I'll monitor the phone. I'll be on the phone call, put my number on there, right? And then that thing has to be linked to, and you don't have to make it a big obvious thing, but like if you look, share screen, if you look, share, like down here, in the about, hey, I should follow them on Twitter. Let's follow them. Follow, give them a follow. Oh, wow. If you received email from one of our agents other than an application confirmation, please disregard. We had a little issue with internal communication, which has been dealt with. Oh, what is your earliest memory? An information storage medium plays a role. What is the best way to store and retrieve digital information? What type of analog information do you need to store, and what is the safest way to store it? Is it temperature? They're getting no reply. Oh, we've got replies. Ooh, ooh, ooh. How do you think I found you? Please disregard all communication not related to your application. How do you keep? Okay,
Oh,
get it.
very clever.
Okay, and we already have their website, right? Okay, so now I'm following them on Twitter. Yay. Okay. So down at the bottom, there should be a link to a disclaimer page. You don't go into debt from Disney World. I beg to differ. There are lots of credit cards with lots of Disney World debt on them. And people save for years to go to Disney World for a week or two, right? The other thing that I need you to do, I'm sure you've all been working on or working with the achievement list, right? Or at least I hope you have. So what you need to do is appoint an achievement czar, right? And this is one person who is going to keep track of which achievements you have accomplished, right? And that basically you can download the achievement list, and every time you've done one, put the URL or whatever, a screenshot uh, um, of when you have accomplished that achievement. And then at the end, on the Monday, May 10th or whatever it is, no, May 11th, that Monday, you are going to, that achievement czar is going to turn over your achievement accomplishment list to Karen, who is going to check it over and see if you get the 5 extra credit points or not. Now, usually, it's very clear by that Monday if you're going to make the 150 or not. There are years where they were like, we got 190. That means we can get Dean scolded once and still get our 5 points. And that's why I raised the amount of negative achievement points for that. But there have been other years where they're like, we got 80 and we're not even close. So we're not even trying anymore by Saturday or Sunday, because we've planned what our ARG is, and it is that thing. And we're going with this, and it's not enough to make the 5 points. Okay. But we need, so this is for producers, appoint someone to be your achievement czar, and figure out who that is. It is now 3:30. I told you to, it's 3:32. I told you to stop me at 3:30. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We are going to manually, and we're going to start assign. Okay, so come on, rename. Let's do writing. Oh, here's the other thing I needed to tell y'all. You guys don't have recruiters, right? Do you? You do. Who's the recruiters? Okay, never mind. Forget it. Sorry.
Other class, I think.
Shh. No collusion. Writing, tech. I got to make these breakout rooms. Art. Come on. Rename art.
I have pounded sand.
Recruit. And gameplay. Okay, and I am going to make Olivia into a co-host. That means that Olivia can freely move between all rooms, and Luna is the other co-host who can move freely between all rooms. And now I got to pull up 3 p.m. lists. Oh, boogers. Oh, okay. I got to move this over here. Okay. So writing, assign writing. Why can't I see it? Okay, I got to put it on the other screen. Okay, there we go. Okay. Writing, assign is Sebastian. Kirsten. Mitchell. Nick. And Ian. Okay. Tech is Dennis. Adam. And Brian. Art is Avery and Hannah and Sydney and Aaron, and recruit is too far over, Alex and Logan. Logan and Alex. And going back to gameplay is Lena and Daniel and Tom and Dimitri. Who am I missing? Okay. I'm opening all rooms. Carrie, what did I forget? No, unassigned. So I'm sending y'all to breakout rooms. Is this okay?
Love it.
Carrie. What are you?
She's in gameplay.
Gameplay. Sorry, I got to get you in gameplay. Assigned to gameplay. Eddie, what are you?
Tech.
Karen can go wherever she wants. I got to make you a co-host. Co-host. Yes.
What are you hoping these guys can achieve today? Just working on whatever they're working on?
Yeah, I assume that y'all have an agenda of some sort. And where do you want to go, Olivia?
You can send me to gameplay.
Okay.
Olivia, who do you think may be struggling right now?
I think that gameplay needs to start having a better idea on what games they want to do in order for tech and art to start working on those things.
Yeah, because gameplay is like not starting really well. We
Okay.
kind of pushing them, but they was like still there.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna go push some more.
Okay. So should I send you there too, Luna?
Sure.
Okay. You're both going to gameplay. You should be able to change yourselves in by clicking on breakout rooms. And
Sydney.
what's Sydney doing here? Sydney should be elsewhere. Sydney has not joined. Move to art. No.
So I think
Sydney has walked away from their computer, I think.
Oh, Sydney. So I think you need to send me to the first breakout room before I can actually pop in around the different breakout rooms.
Okay. I am going to send you to art
Okay.
and ask them about Sydney.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. You should be able to go. Okay. Ava and Carrie.
Things have been going pretty good. Oh, hi.
Hi, I'm just popping in. You keep going.
Very good. We were just kind of discussing like any details that we would have to add to the skeleton, like the plot skeleton document that we have right now. We're like detailing out the story beats, but we need to designate specific sort of puzzles that gameplay would have to set up so they can work on that. But for the most part, like the story has already been established. Like we already have beginning, a middle, and an end. But I think one thing we do need to work on right now is determining the exact rabbit hole that we're going to try and use. It's most likely going to be through Twitter, with the the grandmother that died. Her granddaughter is going to like tweet out asking for help finding this recipe, and it sort of starts from there.
Okay, you need somewhere for people to go and land that they can check back. So if you look at like that website, it's a simple little website, but tomorrow I can check again and see if it's changed. Right?
Yeah, we do have a website that like the players will get to, but it's most likely going to be something they get to on the second day. It's not going to immediately lead them there on the very first day when we're first setting up the story.
Okay, so you need some way for people to say, yes, I want to play.
All right.
Right? Where if that's sending an email somewhere or follow this Twitter account, but so Twitter is also difficult in that unless people follow your account, they can't see what you say, right?
Right.
So essentially, you're going to need, like, if there's a new account, if there's, you know, the recipe account or the ladies account, those of you with Twitter followers are going to have to retweet them and the fictional person and say, hey, look at this. And I can certainly do it, but I don't know, look at your reach. How many people, I don't know, do students have Twitter followers at this point? Do you get,
I mean,
okay.
I do, but like we can share the tweet in other ways, just like linking it in other forms
Okay.
of media.
Yeah. Because people have tried with just tweeting before, and they were kind of shouting into the void because nobody saw the tweets. Is all I'm saying. And
All right.
it wasn't a great way to start in the past, but you know, as long as you've got a plan to spread it and get people somewhere where they can actually do something, you know, that's fine. The other thing is you guys should think about, like, you've got your story spread across the thing. How exactly you say you've got it broken down into each day. Think about your 2 story beats per day and what media are you using. If it's all kind of samey, maybe you can break out so that sometimes it's a video, sometimes it's a blog post, sometimes it's a radio station or a podcast, or I don't know.
Yeah, we've been considering that, and we have like a bunch of variety to try and get a lot of those achievements. We've even figured out how to incorporate the Minecraft server already.
Okay, great. Okay. Well, keep at it. I'm going to go run somewhere else.
All right, see ya.
Okay, yay. Join.
Just waiting until tomorrow.
Pretty much.
All right, I just put the command to add Angular Fire with npm instead of ng.
Honestly, I'll just
You can try that whenever. It's the same idea of just be in the main project directory and then just run that command. I would run it with sudo just in case.
sudo npm npm I Angular Fire.
We'll see if that works. Because if it doesn't, perfect.
Installs it. Like I know it's installed. I just can't find the project.
It can't. Yeah, it won't actually install to the project.
Let's see how this works. I could probably show you the terminal. One is. Can I share screen? Is it gonna let me? It will. Look at the terminal. This is what I got. You see that?
All right, yeah. So it's been installed to your project.
Okay, so, but it didn't give me the option to choose which project. It did like the.
If you're in the main project directory, it'll use the main project. So if you try and serve it now, then it should work.
What's the serve command again?
npm won't. npm is like the node project, the node like file manager. So it's not going to do all the fancy stuff that the Angular installer will do.
Are you two just sitting here?
We were talking, but then we were just waiting for you to join back in because we wanted to update you on
Okay, what's
kind of
going
what
on?
we were doing.
Okay.
So I haven't done much in the lines of like recruiting, but I was setting up like some Twitter with the like writing people because we were talking about the rabbit hole and that's how they wanted to handle that.
Mm-hmm.
So I set up like 6 separate Twitters for them. That's like most of what we've done so far. We were kind of discussing different areas we could post this. Someone posted in our recruiting section of the Discord about the whole like WPI Discord that's set up, and he
Mhm.
said that might be a good place to advertise it. So we are thinking we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
We were still talking about doing the Reddit, and then we also said we could do the Facebook groups for like each class has a Facebook group, like class of 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. So
So
those are some of those ones.
just one of the things that so once upon a time it was a big deal to keep the fiction, right? And
Mhm.
and always say this is not a game, this is real, you should, there are aliens, blah blah, right? And then people got sued because other people got scared, and now everybody is just like, hey, you want to come play a cool game, right?
Mhm.
I think you get more people by coming right out and saying, hey, come play our weird game. Especially for WPI right now, is to say, hey, want a break from your worries? Come help
Yeah.
find recipes, right?
Mhm.
So I have no problem whatsoever in you guys breaking the fourth wall and saying, come play our cool game. It's a fun break from your worries, right?
Yeah.
And you might and say, it'll all be over by Monday.
Mhm.
Because that's again the other giant question is like, wait, what? How long? I want to play a game, but I want to play it when I want to play it, right?
Yeah.
So just let people know that it's kind of a live thing. It's a fun game, and you're going to help find a recipe and save the world or whatever, save the universe. So that's one thing. I was just talking to the writers about this, about how Twitter can be kind of problematic in attracting people, because especially a new Twitter account, it only gets as far as the people who follow it, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So a new Twitter account, no one's following, so no one sees what they tweet. It's the established people, you guys, who may or may not have followers, who spread it essentially. So I mean, I've been tweeting for years and years and years, and I hover around 500 followers, which is nothing in the grand scale of Twitter.
Mhm.
I don't know how many. Like I asked the writers, "Do you guys have followers?" And they're like, "Oh yeah." I don't know what you guys consider a lot of followers. So I think pointing people to Twitter is fine, but it's got to be, you got to go where the people are, right?
Yeah. And that was something that like concerned me a little with the Twitter accounts, where some of the names were very generic. So I had to use like 2 underscores and then 1 at the end or something. So it might be kind of difficult to find some of these Twitter accounts, especially since they're so new, like you said.
Right. Well, so the other thing you can do about the Twitter accounts are, if it's, Alex Smith, his actual Twitter name is, Super Spaceman,
Hmm.
right? And that way that tells me something about that character, and it's not gonna be all sorts of weird characters and stuff,
Yeah.
right? Because like again, my niece, she's a librarian, and her Twitter account is Rockin' Reader, right? So which is a much it tells me something about her, more so than, and her actual name is there. You can change that to whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, okay, well, we're out of time. Keep plugging away.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for the advice too.
Okay, sure. Return to main.